What's going on, everybody? It is Kev signing here, and I am back with another video for y'all. So guys, today we are talking Journey Together. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. Let me tell you guys, I've recorded this video like 3 times. I'm having some audio issues, some video issues, so hopefully everything works out this time. But let's talk about Journey Together here. So Journey Together, guys, I've been excited ever since this set was announced and released because it's a trainer set and trainer Pokemon. I'm a trainer guy. I've collected trainer cards ever since I've been back into the hobby. I have Japanese trainer cards because Japanese folks love trainers. So there's a lot of trainer cards in Japanese. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the booster box here. As y'all can see, I do have a booster box here right in front of me. This is actually a sealed booster box from my personal collection that I took out today so we could do this video. As y'all can see, this is the enhanced one with the Reshiram promo. I have verified that the Reshiram card is actually in there because there was actually reports where these boxes that should have the Reshiram stamp and promo in it actually didn't have it. Luckily, all my boxes had it, so I was super excited about that, at least to have fully verified that, because it would be a headache just to go through the Pokemon Center or whoever to try to dispute, or whoever I bought it from. It'd be annoying. Anywho, here is the particulars on the box. Blue is my favorite color, so automatically this box is appealing. That's why I had to make sure I got it for my steel collection here. And you can see it has the beautiful Zoroark right up there. We got the Hope Station there, so look at that right here onto the side. It's a beautiful box, guys. You got the Lily Clefairy right here. It is amazing, and I want to give you my thoughts on the set here because the reason why this video is coming out late, a lot of people already released their videos and the thoughts on this particular set. Reason why I waited, because I actually really wanted to see how everything was going to look when it came to price wise, because I knew prior to release that this set would drop, and how much. I knew it was going to drop a good amount, but I didn't know how much it was going to drop day one, because day one of release, the ETBs, the bundles, everything dropped like crazy. The singles for the cards also dropped a huge amount. The Lily Clefairy at one point prior to release, for the folks that were getting it early, they were selling it for almost $600. If we check now over at PokeData, it is actually dropped down to like $270. That's more than half now. And the reason why is because of the amazing pull rates. Guys, Journey Together has amazing pull rates. It has some of the best pull rates so far that I've seen here in the Scarlet and Violet era, because people are actually able to get the cards they want, right? The Lily Clefairy card, it has been pulled a huge amount of times, what it seems like, from videos and streams that I've seen. I've even pulled that card here on stream myself on my particular channel on our streams, because we have been ripping into this here on my streams, right? Shout out to Blood Meat, by the way. He's actually one of our members that actually won a free pack and actually pulled the Clefairy out of a free pack, 1-pack magic it. Still couldn't believe it. Y'all want to check that out. That is on the channel. But man, let me tell you, you can pull the particulars of almost any card that you want, because the pull rates is almost similar to Stellar Count pull rates, but it seems like it's even better, because again, I'm seeing where people are actually able to get the cards that they really want. Like, the rates on this is really good. And I want to go ahead and kind of hop over here so we could go ahead and take a look at this together here, because I do want to go ahead and cover this. Shout out over here to PokeData. This is always a really good place to actually see real-time sales that's happening with the card, and as well as where the set is currently laying at. Here, as y'all could go ahead and see, beautiful art cards. First of all, I just want to explain. I love the art in this set. Like, I'm a trainer guy. I collect trainers. I've been collecting trainers ever since I've been back in this hobby. I have binders of Japanese trainers. So when this set was announced, I was with it. I was with it for real. And the cards are very beautiful. The Lily Clefairy card is a beautiful card. I'm not a huge Clefairy fan, right? I've never been a huge Clefairy fan, but this freaking SAR was amazing. It's a beautiful card. It's a beautiful card. I love colorful cards, so the coloring, the trainer in it, the Clefairy, it's amazing. In addition to that, there too, another card that I also love in this set is the Hope Station, and as well as the Iona Belly Boat, because I'm a huge Iono fan. So not a huge fan of the belly boat, but I'm a huge Iono fan. So this particular card, it works for me. I'm super fan of that. The Hope Station itself is also a beautiful card. It just, there's just something about it, when I look at that card, it just shows that there's a spirit to it in some ways. I don't know, but I do love this particular art. The Journey Together set has some amazing art personally, in my opinion. But again, I'm a trainer guy. I'm a little bit biased to it. I'm glazing the set right now because I'm biased to trainer cards and trainer Pokemon, right? Now, when you go ahead and take a look at the particulars on these cards and as well as the selling price currently now, like I said, the Clefairy at one point was $600. Now it's currently selling for $268, guys. Same thing for the Zopsation. At one point I was up to around $200. Now it's down to $118, right? The only card it seems like is holding pretty decent so far is the Ends Zorark. It seems like that is holding its value pretty well. I think that was a pretty good card. It is a card that a lot of people like, especially it being on the booster box and the ETB, right? So you could definitely expect that to be up there. The Iono itself was a little bit more higher up to 200, so it has been lowered down. Same thing for the Salamence. At one point it was up to 200, but now it's brought down about 145, so not too bad. But they have dropped. The pricing for this has dropped, and I feel like there's a couple factors for it, right? And we're gonna go over those particular factors here too. One of the factors, just because again we have to bring this up, is the pull rates. The pull rates on this set are amazing. If the rates on this set is amazing and people are actually able to pull the cards they want, that means there's going to be more of these cards in the wild. That means there's going to be more out there. So for selling, the people will be selling. So that means the people will be looking to undercut themselves, which brings the price down drastically. Of course, pre-release, the prices are always going to go ahead and be a high, but in some cases they get lower, but not too crazy. In this case, with Journey Together, they've gotten lower a good amount because again, there's a huge amount of these cards floating out. Even it's only been a little bit since release because the pull rates have been amazing. I could go in Facebook group, I could go in Discord, I could go in Reddit, and I can see where people are showing this Clefairy card left and right. There are people are pulling it because the pull rates is amazing on this set. It's a fun set. It's a set that the Pokemon hobby needs right now. When if you want to rep in some stuff and you want to get the cards that you want and has good like art on it, because again, this is about art, right? We're collectors, right? So this is going to really be a good set for that, right? In addition to that, there too, I have said this from day one since this set was released. Over here on the English side, right, I don't know what it is, but over here in the English side, it doesn't seem we generally like the Romeos and the Juliets. It doesn't seem like trainer cards are usually as popular compared to Japanese, where Japanese folks love trainer cards. They love trainer cards. I mean, I swear, they love their wifeys. They love their Romeos, man. I'm telling you, right? And I understand because, again, I love trainer cards. I collect them myself, right? Now, and just to show you the real comparison between it, if we look at the current pricing for the English Clefairy card right now, it's $268.09 on average, what it's currently selling for. If we look the same at Battle Partners, which is the Japanese version, that Clefairy, guess what? It's selling for $260. What? How could that be? Because again, Japanese folks love trainer cards. It's going to hold its value. You would think if the English one is $260, right, then the Japanese one should be cheaper, right? So people would just go for the Japanese one. Wrong. It's actually going to hold its value. Japanese folks love trainer cards. They love trainer cards. And in some cases, some of these trainer cards are actually going to be worth more in Japanese than English. Just to show you an example, the Iona Belly Boat. Iona is a huge crowd favorite in Japan when it comes to Pokemon, right? If we look over here in English, Iona is not much love. They don't love her as much over here in English because her in English is going for on average $112 compared to Japanese, almost $130. It's higher in Japanese. It's actually higher in Japanese. Why? Because they love trainer cards. It's a female trainer. They love their wifeys over there, right? Again, same thing for the hyper rare gold cards as well that I've noticed. If you look at the hyper rare gold card, guys, it's hanging around 35, all right, 30, 38, 39. If we look at the English, guess what? 38, 40 bucks, roughly around the same price. Again, so at this point, if you're more on art and you're a collector, you care more about the art cards, it might be better to go with the battle partners, just because print wise, Japanese cards quality is always going to be better in English. I don't care who you talk, it always is better. So it's about the art. You might want to take a look at battle partners, because battle partners generally is going to be a little bit more cheaper, especially if you guys are having a hard time finding Journey Together, right? Like I couldn't find any on release day, right? So yeah, that's how that went. But if you weren't able to, battle partners, it's the same card, guys. So again, Japanese folks love trainer cards. That's why the value on the Japanese side is still holding up, while the English side is going down, because it's not as loved. That's why you also saw, if we look over here on TCG Player, because I also have that prepared to bring up for you guys here, you see that the prices on this has dropped down significantly. Not as much on the booster box, just because as of right now, the booster box seems to be scarce. Doesn't seem like there's a huge amount of those in the wild. And in addition, that when they're not sure, especially for the enhanced booster box, if the next print run will have the enhanced booster box or the enhanced card or not. But you can see time by time the prices for Journey Together is going down, because what's happening is that for all those FOMO bros, those investment bros, those quick flippers, right? If they were new to this, or they thought it was going to pop off, or they didn't know what was happening, and they're just buying everything in between, right? A lot of these guys probably bought a huge amount of Journey Together. Then what I've also noticed, even though I wasn't able to get any myself, I saw a lot on social media and a lot of PokeTubers saying, hey, we were actually able to get stuff in the wild. So it seems like there was actually a good amount of supplies in the wild as well, which is going to bring down the pricing, because if there's a good amount of stuff being ripped, there's a good amount of product being out in the wild, right? At that point in time. And it's a set, again, it's a set that's not as much loved, because everybody's saying it's a mid set. I don't think it's a mid set personally. I think it's a phenomenal set. Do I think it's the best set in Scarlet and Violet Era? No, but I think it's a phenomenal set for sure. But overall, because of that, right, the folks that own this high, or maybe they bought a couple and they're seeing everything to go down, they're trying to get rid of this. Let me tell you, when I went to the trade show over here in Florida this weekend, there were a lot of folks trying to get rid of Journey Together, because that pricing was dropping quick, and it's still dropping, because again, the cards are dropping. The Journey Together set is a set that I feel like, again, it's needed for the hobby right now, because it has good pull rates, beautiful art cards, right? And you could literally get any cards you pretty much want, ripping it because of the rate, right? But because, there's not a lot of love for Romeos and Juliets, right? At that point in time, it's going to go down, which I'm okay with, because the more this stuff gets cheap, I'll buy it up. I'll love it. For the true collectors that love the cards, they're collecting or making master sets, that's amazing for them. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you, it is still getting cheaper every single day, pack-wise. Like, if we look at packs, the highest when it comes to particulars on the packs here, look like at $10 a pack, and now we're down to about $6 here per pack, right? Like, it is getting lower. Like, these flippers gotta get rid of this stuff quick now, because it is not as it seems for them. Because again, a lot of people are saying this is a mid set. I don't think so, right? Same thing when it comes to the particulars on the bundles here. The same thing, the bundles, they were like almost at $65. Now they've dropped down to where now they're selling for $44, $45, $46, right? So that's still dropping there, as you guys can see. Same thing here, I would say, for like the blisters, the ETB. Yes, the ETB. Let's talk about the ETB. The folks that were really buying these ETBs at $125, man, they either must have money, they don't care, or what's going on, because they were buying this at $125, and when release date came, it dropped like a rock. I mean, it dropped to where now it's about $82.79. I don't think it's going to get any lower than this here because of the crazy market that we're still in right now, right? But $82 if you just waited for release, if you couldn't get an MSRP, $82 again still isn't as bad for a set like this. I would still pay it, especially if you just can't find it. That's just me though, personally, but you know, I definitely when I paid it at 125, 130, you know, like 115, like there's just no way. But again, even at 180, even at $82, right, you could still wait off and will more product come out. And if it does get a little bit lower, then great. If not, right, this is where you would probably want to be at, because again, I would have not paid high up there. Overall, guys, I love this particular set. I think I can make that more clear in this video because again, overall, I love trainer cards, so I glaze these particular cards. Okay, I started doing my master set just last night, but again, I think this is a great set. I know a lot of people are saying this is a mid set. People are actually trying to get rid of their stuff, and they're at this point in time, you know, not caring too much about the set. But I think it's a beautiful set. I'm happy about the set. I think it has beautiful chase cards. I think the pull rates are amazing on this set, and I can't wait for, you know, long term, because I actually have some of this, because I feel like long term, you know, let's say 6-7 years down the line, especially when this is out of reprint, and the folks that are loving these, especially the kiddos that are ripping into these and love these cards, right, and they're adults, they're going to remember this set and want to get back into this, because they're going to remember the pull rates that this set has. They're going to remember the beautiful cards in it, and I love it. I think eventually at some point we're going to have to come around, especially English side, we're going to have to come around to loving the wifeys and the Romeos. But overall, guys, this is it for today's video. I just wanted to go ahead and show you the beautiful cards in this particular set. I think it's just an amazing. I want to show you all the booster. Peace. That's pretty much it for today's video. Peace. I'm out.